Hi, Father Larry Rice here with another episode of In the Kitchen with Father Larry. This is a special edition which I'm doing for the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland. My friend Jackie Thomas Suggs put a challenge in front of me. She wanted me to come up with a video of making a savory appetizer, but the challenge was one of the ingredients had to be Girl Scout cookies. Now, my personal favorite Girl Scout cookies are Thin Mints and Caramel Delights. Those aren't really well suited to making a savory appetizer. So what I finally decided on was I'm going to take some Do-si-dos, which are the oatmeal sandwich cookies with that charming peanut butter filling, and I'm going to make some pork satay meatballs. And that's going to be our savory appetizer for today. Okay, to go into our pork satay meatballs, first of all, I've got a pound of ground pork. And to bind the meatballs together, I'm going to use these Girl Scout cookies. I need ultimately about a half a cup of cookie crumbs. So, 2, 4, 6. I'm going to figure about 8 cookies will be enough to do it. So here comes the food processor. Let's give them a quick break. And the cover goes on, and we'll pulse those. Okay, we're looking for a pretty fine crumb, so let's see how we did. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I'm looking for a half a cup. Okay, that looks pretty good. Out of the way. My environmental tip for today is I take these yogurt cups, the plastic cups that Greek yogurt comes in, and rather than just recycling them, I use them as kitchen prep bowls. So you'll see me throughout this video using those as I get my prep together. All right. I have prepped my other ingredients, so now it's time to mix up the meatballs. So we're going to start with 1 pound of ground pork. And to that, I'm going to add the half cup of ground up peanut butter cookies. And then I've got about a tablespoon of grated ginger. That goes in. And about a tablespoon and a half, maybe 2 tablespoons of finely minced garlic. Get all that in there. And then I've got about a 1/4 cup of very finely minced green onion. That also goes in. And then I'm not going to salt this because I'm going to give it about a tablespoon of low salt soy sauce. Okay, and now we mix. Yeah, that ginger is really pungent. Okay, now we are ready to form meatballs. Got my baking dish here. So we want these just a little bit smaller than a golf ball, about 1.25 inches in diameter. Okay, that got us 15 meatballs. I'm going to pop those into a 350-degree oven, and while they are baking, I'm going to work on the satay sauce. So the meatballs are in the oven. It is time to make the satay sauce. And this is a peanut-based sauce. So if you've ever struggled to get peanut butter out of a measuring cup once you're done measuring it, this is exactly the right kind of measuring thing you need, because it's got gradations on it. You just pack it full and then you just push and out comes all the peanut butter. Isn't that great? That is so easy. Okay, that's 2/3 of a cup of peanut butter. I like crunchy peanut butter, but you could use smooth if you prefer. Then we have 2/3 of a cup of coconut milk. Now that is probably about half a can of coconut milk, which tells me that sometime this evening there may be a pina colada in my future. I'm just saying. Okay, now we have about 1/4 cup of fresh lime juice. That goes in. And then we've got 3 tablespoons of light brown sugar. And that brings us to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Again, I use the low sodium variety because that's my preference. Then we've got a teaspoon of, once more, grated ginger. And then a little hot sauce to taste. You can use sriracha. I happen to like Cholula, so I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of Cholula hot sauce. Okay, and then basically we just whiz it all together. Now I'm going to have to break up the peanut butter a little bit because it's a little stiff. Okay, this is going to make a lot more than we need for the meatballs, but it will keep for about a week in the refrigerator if you keep it covered and chilled. Okay, now when the meatballs are done baking, we'll be ready to serve. Okay, the meatballs are done and the sauce is ready. You can see how I have plated these. It's on a bed of lettuce with a little bit of red pepper just to give it some color. And I've got some lime wedges on the side if people want to squeeze a little lime over the top. And then I've garnished the top with some thinly sliced green onion. And for just a little bit of extra texture, I've actually sprinkled some more cookie crumbs on the top. Can't let any of those Girl Scout cookies go to waste. So let's try it and see how they've come out. All right, and then a little bit of the peanut sauce over the top. I think that worked well. Yeah, those are quite good. Could have used maybe a little more hot sauce in the satay sauce, but you know, you can always add that at the table if you want. Those took about 20 minutes in a 350-degree oven, but just to be sure, you can always check them with a temperature probe. The inside of the meatballs should be about 150 to 155 degrees just to make sure that they are done and safe. So thank you for joining me for today's little cooking demonstration. And to everyone at the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland, best wishes to those who are being honored at tonight's program. Congratulations. Keep doing the great work that you're doing to support the wonderful work of the Girl Scouts. This is Father Larry Rice in Troy, New York, signing off. Thanks a lot.